peeps? Galusier here, and today I'm going to start a new mini-series. The mini-series for today is very simple, or the mini-series for today. The mini-series for the next week or however long it takes is very simple. What I've done is I am here in Civcraft, and I left my Civ and the town that I ran, gave it to my buddy Zen. I'm leaving Iz in charge of the Civ. And I took a good chunk of money with me. I've been slowly building up my personal wealth over time. I will show you that now. I have just over 5 million coins, and I am going to use that for an experiment. So what I wanted to see is if I had basically an endless source of money, because it only costs 100,000 coins to start a new Civ, and I have 5 million coins. So 5 million coins is a fair amount, and you should be able to get a lot of work done with that amount of coins. So the question was, in the span of a week, how can I claim without the thing being done yet? No. Oh, I have to deposit the money. Ha ha! Town deposit. Let's deposit 400,000 for now. Plot is already claimed. Oh, there. Haha. Ah, it does let me claim before the building is done being built. That's great. So I'll start working on claiming as I come across places that are not claimed. So what I wanted to see is over the span of the next 7 days, how much can I get done? How quickly can I grow a Civ? So here's the experiment, okay? Let's say that you wanted to start playing Civ, but you don't want to just join another Civ. And to be honest with you, the map for Civ is probably going to get re-rolled from day one and be completely restarted around the time of Minecraft 1.7 coming out. And we know this, which is why I left the Civ in the first place, because it doesn't really matter, because I can leave the Civ because that is what's happening, that eventually the map's going to be rolled, so on and so forth. So you just want to come in and have a good time, but you're new to the Civ, or you're new to the game, so you don't have a ton of money saved up or anything like that yet. What you can have, however, is maybe you have a friend like me who has tons of money and doesn't need it. Like our Civ was earning over 1 million coin a day, so they might just be like, yeah, sure, here's 5 million coin. Go have a good time, make a Civ all by yourself, and see what you can get done. So my plan is that I'm going to be working as fast as I can, as hard as I can, to build up a Civ to see exactly how advanced I can get it. Few things against you for that. There's really, especially early in a Civ's lifespan, there's nothing you can really do to speed up research. That research is going to be slow. The early texts don't take that long, but very quickly you will find that it's going to take you a while to get certain texts researched and dealt with. So that's going to slow things down, because you can't build buildings without the necessary research to complete them. And I can't even start research until the Capitol building is done. You can see how huge the frame is. It's the largest building in the game. So this frame is huge. It takes a very long time to build. But you can see it's starting up here. Got a couple floors done. It does build pretty fast, but it's just got so much space to cover that if I'm not mistaken, I think it takes like 3 hours or something like that to build. So, I started the video now, but it was really just to intro you to the concept of what we're doing here. Can't do a whole lot yet. So I just wanted to start construction of the building. I started recording this on Friday morning. So by, Friday morning of next week, I want to see exactly, what is done. I got incense right there. Hopefully it actually lets me gather that. I'm actually going to cut this tree down, and then the incense will just be floating there. I was actually surprised, because now here's the other dilemma. So besides the fact that you were just given a bunch of money, which is super awesome, your friend, again, theoretically, your friend gives you a bunch of money, you can start up a Civ with a whole bunch left over to pretty much do whatever you want. And the dilemma, of course, is that the game's been running for a while now. So there's a lot of monster Civs out there that are very big, and plenty of smaller Civs, so there's not a lot of available space. Okay? So you don't have a lot of available space to put your Civ. Most of the really good prime real estate is already going to be chosen. I was very surprised, and again, you can go to the Civcraft website, look on the map, the dynamic map, to see where the civs are located and stuff like that, to find out where you want to locate your civ. And when I did that, I was very surprised to see that not too far from our current civ, the one that I was in, Legion, there was a big lot of land, nice lot of land in a forest like this, relatively flat, so easy to build into and so on and so forth, that was available. And that when I got here, that there was a trade resource, because all the good trade resources and all the good plots of land that you would want to put a civ in are taken. So it's going to be really difficult for you to find a location. So I was very surprised that I did find a pretty nice looking location. So now I just need to kind of clear the area around it. Oh, found another thing. Oh, where was that? As soon as this is done, I will start my researches, start getting to work on my building. So right now I'm just trying to clear away the trees, and I'm immediately going to start building some roads and stuff so I can kind of plan where I'm going to put stuff. Okay, so I managed to clear away a decent amount of space. I'm going to get started on my roads, and somehow I didn't even notice this, but there's this huge cave, like, right here. And it looks like it's unexplored. There's no torches down, which would be the first indication. It looks like there's probably some iron right there. So, I mean, maybe it's unexplored. And it goes right underneath the Capitol building, which, I mean, you know, you could look at it and be like, well, that's not really that good. That could be a defensive problem. But in the grand scope of things, I don't think it's that big of a deal, and I will probably just use it for what it is. I'll probably just use it as my mine shaft and just dig it down, because I am going to need a mine shaft, even though I have tons of money, because the primary, well, I shouldn't say primary, but a major function of, like, when you first start a civ, if you start it without having tons of money, you will, you know what, I need to start storing things in chests, and since I don't have, I'm eventually going to make a warehouse. I don't like storing things in the Capitol, so I'll just throw a bunch of stuff in here. You can see, like, before I left the civ that I was in, I took basically a bunch of different plants that I would need, some basic resources, some iron. I got rid of all my diamond stuff. I gave that away. I had fortune picks and all kinds of stuff. I gave myself just leather, armor, really basic stuff. I didn't want to... not cheat, but I didn't want to have too much to start off. But if you have a friend that's willing to give you 5 million coin, because they have that kind of money to spare, where they're like, yeah, 5 million coin, whatever, here you go. They also probably have, you know, like some diamond armor that they're going to give you, or at least some diamond tools. So, but I just, for the interest of, like, you know, being sporty, so, you know, I gave myself a small pile of pumpkin pie, because, you know, eventually I'm just going to start off by making a melon farm to feed myself, but, you know, some pumpkin pie to get me started, and a few golden apples just in case, right? And then these enchantments, the only enchantments I have, were using my own levels. I happened to be level 19 when I was leaving the civ, so I donated all of my enchanted stuff, and then, hold on, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. And then, yeah, I donated all my enchanted stuff, and I'm only going to be, and I was only going to use the enchanted stuff that, like, I could enchant myself with the levels that I had stored up. So, I didn't want to buy any enchantments. That was the other thing. I don't want to go to other people's cities and, like, use their library and so on and so forth. I wanted to make my own library and get that done on my own as well. That was, you know, all part of my goal of being, like, self-sufficient and doing this completely on my own. So I'm going to go ahead and make myself some half slabs here. These are mine, too. I bought these from a global market, like, a long time ago. Well, some of them, and then some of them I actually gathered from the Nether. So I wanted to take those with me because I'm going to use them for actually making my road. So I figured I bought them, so they're mine to use. I was arguing with myself on whether I wanted mining first or agriculture. Normally you would start with agriculture, but since I have tons of money, I was thinking about doing mining first and immediately building a mine shaft, because that immediately improves the building speed, so that all future researches and buildings would build a lot faster. So I'm going to start with mining. Town hall, okay, yeah, so yeah, the Capitol has to be completed before research can begin. That's what I thought, but I figured, you know, it's worth looking into, right? Might as well check just to be sure. So we have to wait for the Capitol building to be completed before we can do anything like that. So, and I need dirt. So the only thing we really can do is start to lay down the foundation for the city. Besides the fact that I want to grow it as fast as possible, it'd be nice if it was nice looking and you know, that we had something to actually look at here. And since, you know, I know that I've been really lacking lately with Minecraft videos, that my fans of Minecraft haven't had a lot to look at. I've been doing sporadic Minecraft videos like here and there. So this is like really my first like full-fledged Minecraft video like series that I'm doing in a while here, and I was hoping that, you know, everyone would appreciate me actually getting into a Minecraft series. And I think part of that is gonna have to be the fact that not only that it's an actual series, that I'm really getting into it, and that I'm not just, you know, building buildings and then leaving everything like crap, that I'm actually going to be taking time to beautifying the area and building things by hand. Not everything gets built automatically, Civcraft style, and, you know, treating this like the proper Minecraft series that I want it to be, even though it's probably going to be a mini series. But I'm going to be playing for a week, but I'm going to be documenting and recording a lot of this. So even though I'm only going to be, I mean, I'll probably play for more than a week, but the experiment was to see how much could get done in a week. And then depending on how much, you know, you, the peeps, are enjoying it, you know, I'll take it from there and expand on that and just continue to record and so on and so forth. But the experiment was to see how much I can get done in a week. So, if it takes me a week to play, I imagine that's going to be like several weeks worth of videos. So this could be, even though I call it a mini series, it could go on for a while. So we'll have to, you know, wait and see how that pans out. I'm going to have to build a global market as soon as I can, because I'm going to run out of quartz fast. So I placed this at the height of 64, which is sea level, but a lot of it is down to 63. And one key element of beautifying the Civ, I think, is going to be, you know, evening everything out and having nice road systems connect everything. It's one of those things where if you have a nice looking Civ with a lot of roads and stuff connecting everything and nice spaces between everything, that on the dynamic map on the website for Civcraft, you can actually see those roads and stuff. And, you know, if a good looking Civ looks good from an aerial view, you know what I mean? You can actually see it like gridded out and it looks really nice and impressive. So that was kind of my goal. I wanted to make it look as nice as possible, which means clearing out a lot of the excess trees, but trying to leave some trees too. Like I have to think about defenses too. I can't just assume that no one's ever going to attack me ever. Especially because it is getting towards the end of the map and things are going to be restarted. There's a lot of people declaring war on other civs just for the fun of it because, you know, time's running out and they just want to like kind of screw around. So if you were conducting this experiment, you would have to be aware of that fact. I will be building some defensive towers and stuff like that. I will be concerned with my safety and the safety of my civ, so to speak. So you can't leave a lot of trees, because if I build a arrow tower to defend the Capitol, and the Capitol building itself has 4 arrow towers built into it, so that also helps you defend. Besides that, if I build more arrow towers and whatever else, and you have trees, the trees provide cover for the people, so they're not going to get shot by the arrow tower. So you have to be conscious of that fact and know, you know, how these things operate. But I would like to leave some natural trees that not trees that I planted, but just natural trees around the area, scattered a little bit. But immediately around the Capitol building, you have to clear it away, just for, you know, defensive purposes. But like I said, I like trees. I like the way they look. I'd like to leave some of them there. And it's all part of beautifying the Civ and making it look as nice as I can. That's the end of that axe. Like I said, I had some iron, and I came out here with like 1 each of various iron tools. I'm just gonna pick that up and do that really quick. Actually, I'm going to make a whole row of it just to remind myself of my intentions here. Okay. Wow. I timed that really good. I was like, I need to stop this road because it's going to have to turn at some point. And son of a gun, if it doesn't have to turn immediately right now. That's actually pretty cool. And again, I'm going to put this down to remind me of my intentions later on. The road turns. It's nighttime. There's scary things that don't like me. So I'm going to head over to the Civ. Even though there's no doors, so I suppose he could just walk right in here if he chose to. But I guess it's better than nothing. I should build some doors, huh? Let's build doors. I got wood. But I'm going to basically be working towards wrapping up this video now. I think we've, covered a lot. Oh, it did that weird thing. Screw you, lag. You're messing me up. Well, we covered a lot here in day one, and it's going to take me a little bit of time because, like I said before, I have to wait for the Civ building to finish construction before we can really get into anything. So, on that note, I'm going to just be working on the road. I'm going to continue working on that, and I will be continuing to make updates and keep you as posted as possible as to the conditions of everything here and how the experiment fares. So stay tuned for more, lots more to come, to be sure. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate the support as always, and I will see you next time. Laters! Thanks a whole lot for watching today's video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button. And then I have another video here for you to watch, my top 20 of all time from my channel. You can watch that to see a whole bunch of other videos from my channel. And if you like this one, you like that one, maybe you like some of the other ones from the top 20, maybe it's about time that you subscribe to the channel. What do you think about that?